Hi, so this is the third video I've made recently all about adventures and adventure writing. Now, one second, let me just, right. So I've just got some folders here. Now, we've got an adventure here called The Ruined Keep, and then a second one which is called The Deep, a third one called The Infected Village, and the fourth one is The Fungal Forest. Now, these were all written by Marcus. Um, And one of the things we've got, if I just open up a couple of these folders, there's lots of battle maps and hex maps and things in here. If I go into um, they kind of get more and more graphic. If I go into the very last one, which hasn't been published yet, you've got there's this tower. These for worlds without number, so there's a bit of old tech in there and fantasy, and so you've got these maps with and without the power being restored to the complex. Um, and you've got nighttime, daytime, and nighttime maps. So there's kind of a low light and a standard one. You've got battle maps and for VTT, which you've got no annotations on them, and then you've got the GM maps with the annotations. So the graphical content is going up and up and up with every issue, with every step. So this is my publisher page, and the Ruined Keep was the first one that was released about 10 days ago now. And the Deep is the second one, it was released 3 days ago. And they're on my hottest list, which is quite nice. Um, this is the newest titles, so there's the Ruined Keep, there's the Deep, so that was the very last thing I released. I've also been doing the Raven here and the Spectral Bell Tower. These are 5e adventures based upon the advice I was giving in the White Book series. But I'd noticed that the scarier horror play is far less popular than the others. So I'm going to be doing some mystery because the mystery book is quite popular. So I'm going to be doing some mystery adventures for 5e, which are improv heavy, I think. But going back to these ones, this is the other OSR games section, and you can see the Ruined Keep and the Deep are hanging in there in the hottest OSR category. There's not that many adventures in there, mainly core books, so I'm quite pleased with that. And if we look at the Ruined Keep, this is its product page. I'm making a thing about the showing off the maps in there. So what I've got before we even started, before the first one was sort of fully up and running, we had the entire series written out, and it's just a case of now rolling them out one after the other, and that's you know, going on quite nicely. They're getting traction in with fans of Worlds Without Number. Each one is both standalone, but there is at the end of this first adventure, the Ruined Keep, it gave you kind of three options for uh, sort of follow-on adventures, and one of those three was the Deep, which is the second one. And at the end of the Deep, there are options for follow-on adventures, one of which is going to be the village, and at the end of the village there's options, and one of those is the forest. So you could play them back to back. You would probably need to insert other adventures along the way in side quests, because you are not going to get from first level to 10th level through four published adventures. And the whole sandboxy style of Worlds Without Number explicitly says that the GM asks the players what they want to do next time, and then plans their next session. So these adventures give you several hooks to get you involved, and then several exit points for where you want to go. So it's not a case of if you buy one and then your players go through, but they choose a different route out. Um, you can still drop in further ones later on when they're appropriate level, and they will kind of daisy chain together if you need them. So we've tried to cover all the bases of, with the adventure. Um, yeah, so this is how we're doing it, and we think that World's At Number is quite popular. Uh, it's the bulk of the sales would have come off the Kickstarter, but it is still going great guns on the on drive through as well. I think it's Mithril now and heading off towards Adamant. So yeah, the sales look good. The adventures are selling every day. We take over more. Um, the Raven, that's a 5e. That was the first of the 5e adventures. That's copper and is heading off towards silver. The bell tower, which was released this week, is on its way to copper. So yeah, there's interest in there. And what I'm doing with the 5e adventures, um, again, they've also uh, that's got a fairly simple uh, product page. Um, where's the bell tower? Oops, have I gone the wrong way? Yep, the bell tower. That also has a battle map, and what I've done is I've included it, a small version of it, so people can see what they're getting. So yeah, this is my. I was saying about adventures being a way in, and the lowest the lowest barrier to entry. So I've been doing a bit of it myself and trying to put in everything I've learned along the way to see if I can make it a success of writing adventures. And I'm writing this one, and the others are being written by Marcus. Okay, so that's it. I might make another video about adventures in a little while, and we'll see how they've progressed. Okay, thank you for watching.